Hello everybody, welcome back to the Border Corner. This week's show really just wanted to talk about last weekend. It was the Border Canary Association show up at Gala Shields. I've got a little bit of a clip coming of the top table at Gala Shields. You'll notice when I go through the champions table, I actually get the sex of the champion bird wrong. Would have been good if I'd have done my research there and checked out first. I'm still not very good at choosing which is a cock and which is a hen at the best of times, and when it's a clear bird I've got no chance. So sorry Stuart, I called that one wrong. So Stuart Percy's clear hen won best in show, and it's a really lovely bird. So I'll stop talking and we'll jump straight into some footage of the BCA last weekend. So this is Border Canary Association show in Gala Shields. Delighted to say that I've won Best Novice with this 3-part start cockbird. Really pleased. But we'll just have a little look along the top table for the novices. Lovely cinnamon. And then his variegated white hen. She's won 4th best novice. And I've got an unflighted hen. She's won 5th best novice. And then keep sliding down and I get to a variegated cockbird. This one's only just started singing this week. So I actually had it entered as a hen and then had to change it at the end to a cockbird, and he's won 7th best novice. So absolutely amazed, delighted in fact. And just to complete the top row of novices, there's a lovely clear yellow cockbird, I think, that was 8th. So we'll just work our way back up. Nice and slowly. So sorry, I hope this isn't jiggling you too much. Nice and slow. Seeing this cinnamon on here that won 2nd best novice makes me think I want to try and add cinnamons into my bird room. It's a lovely bird. I'll go and look at some more cinnamons in a minute. We'll have a closer look at some of those. So here we go. This is on the champions row now. So we've got a very lightly marked. I think that will be classified as a fowl, and if you can just see on the back of the head there, there's a little bit of marking. So 8th best. We'll work our way along. We've got 7th best here. Sixth best. 5th best. Here's a nice variegated white here, lovely. Well, you know what I like with allieds, my favourite colours I think, so that's a beauty. And we're on to 3rd best, looks like a clear. 2nd best, very lightly variegated, and then up to the best in show. So, come on fella. And there we have this birdie's best in show, best border in show. So that's the Border Canary Association top table. Obviously, a lot of you will be on Facebook. I reach out and contact a lot of people on Facebook, and I posted up the video of the top table last weekend after the show. So if you've already seen that, apologies. I do know there are quite a lot of people on the YouTube channel that aren't on Facebook as well, so I've duplicated it on there for their benefit. So apologies if it's a bit annoying that you've already seen all that. After that, so I'll let you have a quick look now at one of my birds. So it's the third time I think I've started a video off showing you this bird. This is my 3-part dark cockbird. He won Best Novice at the Border Canary Association show last weekend in Gala Shields. I've posted a video up of the top table from that show already on Facebook, so some of you might have already seen him. So apologies for the duplication, but I've had a couple of people message me and say, please make sure that I put him on today's episode again because they want to see him again. So yeah, so best in section, 3 parts dark, best novice. I also won 2 other best in sections. One was for Self Green and the other was for the Allied to White. So the bird that won the best green was in fact this bird's mother, and the one that won Allied to White is the one that you've seen that was second best at the Scottish National. So I'm quite pleased actually because it's the same birds are doing really well for me. So because of that, I'm quite pleased that I've got some good quality there. So lots of judges, multiple judges now coming up with that same decision. So I'm so chuffed. Still, I can't believe. I still can't believe that I've won these 2 things. So, and also at the BCA, I picked up some trophies as well. So this is the first time I've ever won a trophy in my life. So this is amazing for me. Border Canary Association, the Alan Robertson Memorial Show 2023 award for best novice. And also from the Border Convention Best Novice Trophy as well. So not only 1 trophy, but 2 in 1 weekend. So yeah, absolutely buzzing. I still can't believe that I've actually bred a bird that has been good enough to be chosen for best in show at 2 different shows now. So let's see how he does at the British Border next weekend. One of the tips that I was given by a champion breeder with regards to show preparation, with youngsters that have pretty much finished the moult but have got a few pin feathers remaining here and there. They've got some quills left on their heads mainly. So give them a week or so before your show, give them a spray with boiling water. Now, it sounds like it's going to be a bit of a shock, but by the time the water comes out of the spray gun, through the air and onto the bird, it drops quite a lot of its temperature. But there's still enough temperature in there for it to dissolve any quills that are still remaining. So what I'm going to do is, I've got my spray gun here, I hold it with a towel because it's boiling, and I'm going to drown this bird. It's going to get really wet and soaked, and then I'll go indoors in the dry so that I know that it doesn't get a chill or anything. So here we go. So what she is, this is a what I think is a buff hen. She's pretty much finished molting, but as I say, there were a few pin feathers still, particularly on her head. Now I want her to go to the British border next weekend, so I want to make sure that she gets a real good preen. As you can see, it's not the first time I've sprayed this bird because she's not too frightened in the cage. She knows what's happening. So get her absolutely drowned. Getting cramp in the hand. So there you can see, very wet bird. And she'll go in the conservatory now in the warm, where she'll get herself preened up nicely, tidy all of her feathers up, and then that will dissolve off any of those remaining quill feathers anyway. That's it. Okay, so here she is now in place on the conservatory windowsill. I'll have her in here for most of the day, I expect, if she dries off nicely. She's started to take water from the drinker, so that's good training that's happened there, so I'm confident that she's going to be okay. Now I'm going to go and do another one. Okay, so there we are, second bird done. This is also, I think this is also a buff hen. This is the last one out of the nest that hatched this year. Don't know if you remember, I gave it a nickname of Spud because it was last. So this is Spud, and I think it's a hen. She's going to be off to British Border next weekend as well. So as I say, these two are staying here now for the rest of the day. I'm just going to go and give them some water in their pots, so they've got plenty to drink. And I'll report back after the British Border as to how well they did. So last video I mentioned the banker cages at the far end of the shed opposite the aviary. Originally I was intending on building in another block there of 16 cages. Excuse me. Unfortunately, because of my health after this summer, that was never going to happen. So what I've done is I bought some second-hand wire cages. These can obviously, because of what they're like, they can fold down and can be stored away. So what I've done at the moment, I've put in 6 cages in here, and I've created a flight cage. And I've picked up 2 new cockbirds that I've brought into the strain just to help. I don't know whether the problem last year was with cockbirds. Obviously, I managed to breed a few in the end, but nowhere near the numbers that I was hoping for, given the number of hens that I've got. So I brought in an extra couple of cockbirds that can also help supplement those that I've already got in the bird room. And if these guys, do the job and are good birds, then hopefully that'll be something good for me to look at for future. So this is one of them. This is a really nice yellow cockbird. Let's just get a better shot on him. He's one of last year's birds, flighted cockbird. He's from the same, both of these are from the same strain as some of the hens I got last year. So that'll hopefully mean that they complement each other when they're paired up later this year anyway. So, and then up this side, sorry, this isn't really very good. I should have put them in show cages to show you. But here we've got a buff cockbird as well. So they've only just gone into this cage today. So I'll expect there to be a little bit of bickering as the day goes on. We'll see how they do. Hopefully there won't be too much. They might just settle down quite quickly, but just in case they do, because it's cockbirds in together, you never know. So yeah, so wire cages. The only thing is that I never thought about it until I bought them, is that they've got these opening doors on the fronts, and obviously you can see here I put the seed in on one of those. They're the sort of hoppers I think these cages are designed for. But with my forwarders, I really like the square pop holes or the round pop holes that all my other cages have got. So what I was wondering, there might be somebody out there that might be able to help me, is there any way I can get one of these doors made with a square pop hole in it? So if anybody knows of anybody that could do that for me, if I provide you with the measurements, if you'd be able to make them, and then I can sort of do a retrofit, that would be really good, because they're okay. And obviously the seed goes on there fine, with the different clear hoppers. Water's in on fountains rather than on the top hat drinkers. So my preference really would be to have some of the pop holes, but if I can't get them, I can't get them. I'll just have to make sure that all the birds that are in here will be over-eared birds and won't be being shown, so therefore won't have the need to put the heads through. So, but yeah, so there we go. So I've got there's another run down here as well. Nothing in these yet, so these will probably be set ready for next year, which is what the real intention was, to prepare me for next year if we manage to get some more youngsters. I'll just see if I can zoom in a little bit on these guys now as they're both sitting next to each other. So there you go. So the yellow cock on the right and the buff cock on the left. I've already got in my mind that buff cock is going to go to the yellow hen, assuming she comes through the molt. Okay, she's labouring a little bit. She's still not through, so hopefully it won't be too much longer. But then that buff cock will go to her, so I think they'll complement each other quite nicely. And there we go. The buff cock is eating straight away, so it's nice to see that he's not hanging around. Yeah, so there we have the new cages. So that's it for today. Not such as long a video. There's not a lot to say really. The birds throughout the rest of the room, all of the birds that are not being shown, they're all now on their bland diet of 75% canary seed to 25% mixed canary. Most of them are through the molt. I've got 2 birds that are really sort of seem to be struggling to get through and are feeling it a little bit. So I keep a close eye on them and give them a little bit of extra vitamins every now and then. But the rest of the birds, they're just going through, the motions now this time of year. Finish the molt, they're not being shown, so they're just in their aviaries, or they're just in the big flight cage here. The tops are in, as you can see from this quick clip. You can see them all. There's plenty of perches in there. There's no squabbling. Lots of feed hoppers, lots of water. I think that's the key really, isn't it? If you're putting your cocks together, don't give them an opportunity to fight. So if you just give them plenty of food and plenty of perches all on the same level, then there's nothing for them to get bossy about and want to demand one place rather than another. So even when I put the baths on, I put 2 or 3 baths on this long flight cage as well, and then that way there can't be any squabbling if one wants a bath and the other one wants to get in at the same time. So yeah, so next show is the British border down in Cheshire. That's just coming, not this weekend, coming next weekend. So I'll be going down for that. I'm hoping that the birds do well, but to be honest with you, I've done so well already. I'd be amazed if that trend keeps on rolling. So look forward to catching up with a lot of people. A lot of fanciers down at the British border. If you know me and if you've seen the YouTube videos and you want to come and say hello, please do. I'd be pleased to see you and have a chat. In the meantime, good luck, good continued success and good luck with the shows that you're entering your birds in. Keep on birding and I'll see you in the next one.